Jesus, Jesus Christ. I got something else for you.
Okay.
You're a black woman, right?
Yes.
What's it like being a black woman in America?
Woo, man, challenging. And the
How so?
reason I say that, you know, just being black, you already have one strike against you just for being black. The fact that I'm female gives me the second strike. So regardless of what I do, set out to do, or whatever I try to accomplish, or step out on faith and pursue, I already have those things that's lingering in the room. It's like the elephant in the room that no one wants to talk about. And you can look at this across so many different platforms, with jobs, promotions, politics, sports. There's always this glass ceiling that seems to be placed on women already. And the fact that I'm a black woman is like another glass ceiling. So I have to break the first layer to even get to the second one before I can even get in the same atmosphere with the men. And because of that, we have an even harder battle to fight. Um, and it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling because a lot of people don't realize the stress that comes with being black already. And that is double when you're a female. Because believe it or not, in most things that we do, that we pursue, a lot of people have this belief that women don't even belong. And with me, I'm one of these alpha females that, okay, you approach me and feel that I don't belong, I'm finna show you why I do. That's just my competitive spirit, it's just my competitive nature. But it's something that we need to break away from, because it done lasted for so many years, decades and centuries, to where it's it's becoming, I would say, now that we're in modern times, it's getting better, but there's still room for a lot of progress, a lot of progress. It's just sometimes it's painful to even think about. When you look at the Maya Angelos and the Cicely Tysons and the
Right.
Oprah Winfreys and what they went through in their generation as women and as black women, how they paved the way for women like myself and more women that's still on the rise and upcoming. Um, they've opened a lot of doors, and they laid the foundation. A lot of groundwork has been done, but we're still not at this point where we should be. And even in modern times, you would think that we would, but it's still challenging every day. I go in the grocery store and uh, you got kids looking at me because my hair is like this, and want to ask you, can I touch it? Is it real? Oh my God. Like it's different things that just
Hey, you should ask the people.
that comes with being black.
If somebody asks you, can they touch your hair? You know what you should say?
What?
Can I touch yours?
It's funny you say that. About 2 months ago, a random guy came up to me and literally asked, could he touch my hair? I had a silk press, and he came and wanted to touch my hair, and he was like, "Is this real?" And I looked at him, because I'm offended. I'm like, "What are you saying? I can't have long hair. I can't have real hair. Not all black women love weave and extensions. We have natural hair and long hair. So it's just some of the barriers and some of the stereotypes that just come with being black. Like one of the ones I dealt with my whole life is, my voice is naturally loud. So when I enter a room, people know I'm there. They know my presence because that's just my personality.
And you
But
got a country accent.
that too. So, and it's weird because, even on active, people would always ask me to say certain words because of my accent. But it was just one of those things that you were always judged before people would even, get to know you. Like, you know, I've been perceived as loud, obnoxious, mad, angry. Like I've been called a mad black bitch. Um, I'm mean, and it's just like, no, I just have an aggressive personality, and I'm straightforward and direct and blunt. So because of that, my personality have always been um perceived to be negative in nature when it really isn't. And then people get to know me and they're like, man, you're not what I thought you were. And I'm like, wow, like, whoa, it's
Man,
crazy. And that's how I would sum up what it's like being black. Because like I said, those first two stripes is, no matter where you go, they're still there. They're prevalent today as they were 50, 60 years ago, as they were 200, 300 years ago. So it's still something that we're, trying to break through and actually get people to see us for us and not just our gender and skin color. I don't want to just be a black female or a black woman, like put my name with it, like put meaning and purpose behind it. So that's just my rant on that. That's just my piece.
hey, no, and I totally understand it because really, when you got into the people saying, "I thought you were this one way, but I didn't know that," and here's what it is: you lived in your echo chamber, not you, them lived in your echo chamber all this time, so you've not been around people with different personalities.
Hmm.
I talk loud and I talk with my chest. Why? Because I'm a southern country, and where I come from, if you talking through your nose, you're talking like this,
Yeah,
ain't nobody gonna listen to what you got to say, and you
yeah,
can't
you're
talk.
not gonna make it.
And like I grew up cracking jokes. That's how I made friends. Like you talk shit, you flame motherfuckers' shoes, you flame what they got on, you flame their girl, you flame their mama. Like you really say some stuff. Like again, I don't do that anymore, but I grew up on that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But if you over there whispering your jokes, ain't nobody gonna hear them. Everybody gonna think you soft. So yeah, excuse me because I speak with my chest, right?
Exactly. That
And I'm
boldness, that confidence.
right, and I'm sorry that I got an accent because of where I'm from. And don't get me wrong, professionally, I've learned to mask my accent at times, not because I want to, but because I've learned that people assume that people from the South are dumb just
And
because we
ignorant.
speak our own version of English.
Hmm.
And like I got friends that look like the inside of my palm, right? Great people, but when they see me around people that look like the other side of my hand, right? And we get to talking, and I got them, and my accent come out, and they'll be like, "Man, Adam, I didn't even understand the word you said." Well, yeah, motherfucker, I wasn't talking to you. It wasn't for you to understand. It was for them to understand. We speaking the same language. I ain't gonna come over here and talk tight ass to them.
Exactly.
Hey, but back on this black woman thing, right? I got something for you. I saw this Facebook post earlier this week, right? It's a little bit long, but just work out with me. So this girl says, "This is how black men view us. Breaks my heart. Some can't handle us enough to feel this way. He ought to be ashamed of himself." Here's what him said. LOL, haha, black men want black women predominantly. It's just black women are not feminine. They are combative, and it's no way to build a family.
Mm,
I don't want a white woman, but I can see black men, 50% middle class and single, want white women because of that reason. Most black women just suck. Sorry, but it's true. And most black women are single mothers. N-words are in the business class, don't want that shit, and that's true too. Traumatized? Question mark. The fuck, LOL, you women choose these thugs and want them, the good black corny men to save y'all after it don't work that way. You're just talking out your mouth.
whew. That is that's a difficult one. Yeah, I'm a
A black
pass
man
on.
said this now.
I get that. I get that. I just think there's a lot of ill-informed people on both sides, and the reason I say that is he sounds like he's dated a lot of bad experiences, to where he now has this perception that all black women are this way. I wholeheartedly disagree. And then looking at it from the female perspective, I could see why she feel that way because I mean, I never understood how a black man could say things like that about a black woman considering he came from one. So for me, I'm not picking sides. I kind of see why he may feel that way and why she feels that way, but it's just one of
I want
those
you to pick a
things that
side.
you want me to pick a side.
Because there's a side you want to pick, but you being PC right now. I want you to pick a side.
No, it's not. It's just that just ain't my realm. I feel like everybody has their opinion. At the end of the day, you do have a lot of middle class black men and women that's pursuing other races and interracially dating, but I don't think what he said about the black woman is all the way true. Like, just because he may have experienced that or seen that does not mean that that is how the whole, like, black female race is. Like, that's not true. There's plenty of us out there that are damn good. They got our shit together and doing the damn thing. So I feel like he's, like I said, he's ill informed on a lot, and when it comes to her, she's just disgraced. Like, it's dishonorable, and like it's very distasteful for him to even speak like that about black women, considering you know he has a mother that's black, or a
You
grandmother
know,
that's black, or a sister that's black.
so
I don't.
I agree, and but here's where I'm gonna go. Where he says that, like, as middle class black men, sometimes it's hard to find black women or whatever. He didn't articulate it that clearly or that well. Depending on where you live at, it can be difficult to find black women who are doing what you're doing in the same social structure that you're in. But it's not because they're not as capable. It's because if you just look at how
Surround.
pay goes in jobs, like, women get fucked over a lot. And again, it depends on the city that you're living in. If you're living in a city that's not Atlanta, that's not DC, it looks a little different. But you go to Atlanta and you see what black women are doing down there, and you go, nah, bro, you tripping. Dog, you fucking wrong. Bro, it's wrong. But if you have not experienced that, I can understand why you
Why
feel
you
that
have
way.
that mindset?
I know a nice number of black women who are in their mid to late 20s, early 30s, who are doing really well for themselves, and they don't have kids, and they don't fall to these bullshit ass stereotypes that we talk about. Like, hey, every black woman ain't, every
Loud,
white woman ain't no damn
sassy.
Karen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
There
I,
are
I
those.
agree, and I agree with it.
Like, there are those who are on both sides of the spectrum, and it's so easy to talk about the extremes. But most of us are fairly similar, and I'm all for dating who makes you happy, loving who you love, because we can't control who we love. We can't do that.
No.
And I understand why some date outside of their race. I've done it. Like, I'm not saying I'm only
Hey,
going to
I've
date
done
black women,
it.
but
I've done it.
I would never shit on black women because I'm pursuing other women, because my mom's a black woman, my grandmama's a black woman, my
Exactly.
cousin Jasmine, who I love like a sister, is a black woman. My cousin Skylar and Sydney, these are they're like my little sisters. You know what I mean? Like, they're black women, and I could never ever shit on who they are or what they are, because I love them so much. But